Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were...
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Keep playing hard. Here we go. Bring it. Bring it. Out, 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 out. Check nine, check nine. SOS.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
You'll do it a second time.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. So we got man.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Watch twitch.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now it's Penny. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run with Penny. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
After the penalty, it's Penny. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Another try for Penny. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Penny will try to punch it in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Butker's kick here is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
At the 33-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
They're going to need some therapy after. They're going to 53. Tight off.
Here's Hunt. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. They run with Hunt. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Any team that successfully runs a toss play cannot do it with an offensive line that can't move. You've got to have mobile players, especially those tackles, who can move laterally and seal the edge in order for the back to get upfield.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Check, check, check.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. That's complete to John Ross. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, here's Penny. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Throwing is Bridgewater. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On second down, Bridgewater again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Now it's Hunt. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Hunt, and he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Prescott. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36.
That's good for our Bengals. First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first down, it's Hunt. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down now, it's Hunt, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
That's it, baby. We don't work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
58. Run. Mike, 58, right there. 6 man. Check curls. 58, boy, 58. 58 is Mike.
To throw is Prescott. Looking long for Westbrook. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete. Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. That's it. I got it.
Final play of the half. Prescott going deep downfield for Ross. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
The 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you.
To throw, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. It's Hill, complete. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Check 50.
Here's Bridgewater. They complete it to Hill. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Penny. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll run on first down. It's turned, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Throwing, Bridgewater. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here. They start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give right side now to Hunt. About 3 yards there to the 27.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Give him 3 on the run. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Here we go. 180. Check. So don't say nothing. Rush in. Check 3. Hey, kill. 26.
Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
38 yards on the scamper there. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Bridgewater. Flushed out right. It's Kelsey on the ground. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Play action now. Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Let's go, defense. And here we go. Check 3. Watch twist. Check 13. Slam. Kill. Watch that.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Now the Bengals on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
You got tight right there. 25, check 26.
On third down, here's Hunt. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Penny running right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Switch. Shoot up. Over. Mike 50. We got it. Set, go.
Now Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Bridgewater. They set up the screen to Penny. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Rashad Penny. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Bridgewater to throw it. Flush to his right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Throwing. Prescott. Open man is Uzama. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Open man is Ross, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Prescott now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott. And that is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He's going to let it fly. He's got it at the 15. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. They'll run. This is Hunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Here's Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So we're back to a 1-score game, and now you figure we'll likely see an onside kick.
Yeah, they've only got the 1 timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance at getting the ball back.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
This is Penny. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
3 down, 3 down.
Down to a knee goes Bridgewater, and that ought to do it. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that,